welcome back to my channel. My name is Sandra if you haven't been here before, and today we're going to do another makeup date night look. It's actually going to be date night tonight, and I'm going to do the same thing that I did last time. So introduction, outro, but I'm going to fast forward the makeup and do a voiceover. So without further ado, I'll let you know what palette I'm going to work with today. It's the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette. I haven't used this for a really long time, and truthfully I haven't actually used it much at all, which you're going to be able to see from the colors, but we're going to have some fun. So let's play. Alright guys, so let's get into this tutorial. I'm prepping my skin with the Caudalie Beauty Elixir. This is a mainstay in every single routine that I ever do. The primer I decided to use today is the Caliray So Blown Primer. This really fills your pores. It is a non-silicone primer, so it doesn't clog your pores, but it does give a beautiful base to apply foundation. I did decide to use my YSL Touche Eclait Teinte foundation. This is the shade BD40. Unfortunately, you cannot buy it anymore, but it is one of my favorites, and it has the best texture for my skin, and I just absolutely love it. I use about 2 to 3 pumps, and today I did use my sponge, and this product does go on best with a sponge. I just sometimes get lazy and I use a brush. So we're just blending this all over the skin, making sure that it is smooth and smooths out like the tone of my skin. My forehead does have a tendency to tan more than the rest of my face. For concealer, I'm using the Jeffree Star Magic Star Concealer in the shade C16. This is really close to the shade of my foundation, and so I use it to cover up pigmentation on my cheeks, darker under eye circles, and also in the corner of my eyes and around my nose. This has been also a really good concealer, and it doesn't crease. I actually don't use powder to set my makeup, and the concealers that I use, actually I don't really have any problem with them. They go on really nice and smooth, and they're just, I don't know, I've never really had an issue. So for brows, I decided to use the Rare Beauty Brow Harmony Brow Pencil today in the shade Cool Brown. This tone suits me for summer. I like going a little bit darker in fall. I think all of our makeup is always a little bit more sharp in fall, especially with the new palettes that come out. But for summer, I think this goes better with my hair color. And I top it off with the Benefit Brow Gel. And it just kind of helps to set everything in place. And this fills in any sparse areas I have in my brow. I like having a full brow. I do have a lot of hair in my brows, but I did overpluck when I was younger, and so they don't really grow wider. They just always are fairly thin. So I do like to make them a little bit darker. So the 24-hour brow gel, I don't know if I like the consistency of my brows after. I guess I've never really played with them, so I don't really know. They are a little like crusty, but it just makes sure that the powder itself isn't going to go anywhere. So for bronzer, I am bronzing the high points of my face. I'm using the Fenty Beauty Stalk'r Instant Warmth Bronzer in the shade Caramel Cutie. And we jump into the shadow palette. So I decided to use the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill palette. It's funny because I thought, oh, perfect, look at these beautiful shades. I'm going to use one of those colorful ones. And it turns out I ended up using completely neutral shades. So this look wasn't that fun at all. But for my everyday girls and guys who just want something to go to work and to look like you didn't just roll out of bed, this actually helps to make it, make your eyes look a little bit more open. I did a normal look, so I use a taupe in the crease, try to warm things up. I wrap it around my under eye, and then I put a darker on the outside corner, a little bit on the lid, and then I blend it up towards my eyebrow, and it just tends to make your eyes look a little bit more open. If you wanted a little bit more of that, you could technically also put like a lighter toned skin color or white liner on your waterline, and that will also help to make your eyes look a little bit wider open. So you can see here, I'm just tidying up underneath the lash line, and we are blending a little bit and bringing that color down underneath the lashes. Okay, so again, make sure that this look is blended. All of the colors seem to go together better when you blend them into each other. Also make sure that there's no harsh lines underneath your brows. You want to make sure that it all looks seamless and pretty. So I'm taking this sparkle shade with my finger and I'm applying it to the inner corner. This also helps to open your eyes, and when you have the darker shade on the outside and the lighter shade on the inside, it makes your eyes appear a little bit further apart. So if you have the opposite and you want to make them appear closer together, do darker shade in the crease. Or sorry, not in the crease, but in the inner corner. So I'm taking a brush and just smoothing this out a bit, making it a little bit softer, making it a little bit more diffuse, because I thought that the light color was a little bit too much. And then we go into the liquid liner. So I'm using the Too Faced Better Than Sex Black Liquid Liner on the top. And I do skip the eyelashes, which go on right after this, and it goes really, really quickly. But I put on mascara and we put on lashes, and then we jump straight to the blush. So this eyeline trick really helps to fill in the lashes, makes it look like you've got a nice set of dark lashes, and that's why I always do it. It also helps to adhere the lashes. So instead of sticking to the eyeshadow itself, it's sticking to a line of black liner. So we're going to be skipping over that right away, and we're going to be putting that on. But before we do, I'm adding some blush. This is the Patrick Ta Double Take Cream and Powder Blush Duo in She's That Girl. It's kind of like a bubblegum pink, and it just made the look a little bit softer and a little bit more pretty. And I just love this blush. I just don't reach for powder blush a lot. I've been doing a lot of cream products lately, which I've really been into. So for lips, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Cool Brown Liner and topping it off with a Huda Beauty Faux Filter Lip Gloss in She's Flirty. I think it's She's Flirty. I think that's the name of it. And then at the end of everything, we have a setting spray, and that is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. All right, so I will see you guys at the end of the video when we do the outro. All right, guys. That is it for today's look. It's a very neutral look. This eyelash, I'm having some trouble getting it stuck, but I'm going to check it in a minute. I'm going to spray my face with my setting spray. That should alleviate any of the powdery look from the bronzer and the blush. And that is it for today's look. So I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know in the comments if you liked it or not. Please give the video a thumbs up if you did. If you're new, please subscribe, click on the bell button, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.